Now tell us what a Negro naysayer is. I saw you post that. I really enjoyed that one.
A Negro naysayer to me is somebody who finds a problem for every solution. You know, it's somebody who, when they're confronted with anybody who believes in the possibility of black excellence, they start saying, oh, well, you know, black people can't do this and they can't do that, and we ain't got enough, and we broke and we struggling. And I hate that. It drives me insane because you will never position yourself to be able to compete if you're always focusing more on your limitations than on your possibilities. Like if I told you I wanted to climb Mount Everest, you could probably come up with a list of about 200 reasons why it won't work, and maybe about 4 reasons why, how it, you know, in terms of how it can work, right? You would say, you know, you're fat, you ain't never done it before, it's cold, you know, all of that. Right. But do I really benefit from you telling me why I won't be able to climb this mountain?
Not at all.
No, yeah, I need to focus on the little list, right? So I think for us, what we got to understand is this. Look, there's a difference between black people having less money than white people versus us truly being poor. I mean, it's not that we don't struggle. It's not that there's not hard times out here, but poverty, I mean, if you really want to see real poverty, and y'all have traveled overseas, you go to other countries, you're talking about people that can't eat. I mean, the idea of a fat person being poor is not even in their consciousness in some countries, right? The idea, you know, you can't be poor and have Jordans on your feet and you eating at fast food restaurants or whatnot. So it does not mean that we're balling out of control, but if black people were a country in themselves, we'd probably be about the 35th, between the 30th and 35th richest country in the world. So we've got something to build with. The question is, do we have the mindset of builders, or do we have the mindset of borrowers, beggars, or people who are more likely, for example, to look for a job than we are to go start a business?
Yeah, those Negro naysayers are funny because I don't have a problem with you making me aware of all the issues that we are facing, but where are the solutions? Exactly. And if you don't present any solutions, don't knock the people who are trying to present solutions.
Exactly. People with that mindset, unfortunately, I mean, they are, a lot of them are mentally ill, in my opinion. Like they've been, because oppression works really well because they get into your mind so deeply to the point where you're not even going to try to compete. If I can make you not even try to compete with me, then that saves me a lot of energy from having to oppress you, right? So ultimately, you know, as you mentioned, you know, if you are just telling me all the problems, okay, tell me the problems. Tell me the problems. Tell me how we got here. Tell me why, you know, everything's stacked against me as a black man. But at that point, I need a solution. If you can't give me a solution, then all you're feeding me is despair and depression, and nobody benefits from that. We don't need more depressed black people. We need hope, but relevant, meaningful hope. We need a plan. If you ain't got a fucking plan, then shut up. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but it's the truth. I mean, if you don't have a plan, then I don't want to hear you tell me why it won't work. I see black people, here's the thing. We have people that claim that black people can't build wealth, but other communities know that we build wealth for them. You know, the people that own the hair care shops, they depend on us to build their wealth. People who own, whether it's fast food restaurants or clothing stores. I went to a Gucci store.
We built this country for free.
Exactly.
As Angela Rye likes to say, we built this joint for free.
Exactly. We build wealth for people all over the world. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but for most people, if I were to just take all the money they spent, say, on fast food or going out to eat over the last 25, 30 years, if they put that money in the stock market instead of spending it, they would all have at least $250,000 in wealth. Some of them as high as $1 million because of the way money grows. In fact, a large part of the reason for the gap in wealth between the rich and the middle class is stock market participation. You know, the wealthy people, they tend to put their people either who are wealthy or who are going in that direction, they tend to invest their money in the market. And a lot of us are afraid of the stock market. So we're missing out on so much money.
Yeah, those Negro naysayers are funny because I don't have a problem with you making me aware of all the issues that we are facing, but where are the solutions? Exactly. And if you don't present any solutions, don't knock the people who are trying to present solutions.
Exactly. People with that mindset, unfortunately, I mean, they are, a lot of them are mentally ill, in my opinion. Like they've been, because oppression works really well because they get into your mind so deeply to the point where you're not even going to try to compete. If I can make you not even try to compete with me, then that saves me a lot of energy from having to oppress you, right?
Yeah, those Negro naysayers are funny because I don't have a problem with you making me aware of all the issues that we are facing, but where are the solutions? Exactly. And if you don't present any solutions, don't knock the people who are trying to present solutions.
Exactly. People with that mindset, unfortunately, I mean, they are, a lot of them are mentally ill, in my opinion. Like they've been, because oppression works really well because they get into your mind so deeply to the point where you're not even going to try to compete. And if I can make you not even try to compete with me, then that saves me a lot of energy from having to oppress
Absolutely.
you, right?